Hey, welcome to the virtual table. And what I have here is this game. It's called Dungeon Encounters. And this is a very controversial game, I think. Uh, but it has some good and bad, and I wanted to at least show it to you and let you decide for yourself. I think there's some things about this game that are really good. And let me just give you, because I think it all depends on your background. This game reminds me a lot of a game I played in 1990 called Wizardry. And in Wizardry, you had some party members, at level zero or in the town, you could shop and get equipment. And then you would go into the dungeon, and at first you would just clear out level one, or even a part of level one, and then you'd almost be dead, and you'd be out of mana, and so you'd have to run back to town to heal up and get some mana again, and then eventually you get enough gold, you could buy some better equipment, and next thing you know, you're on level 20 of the dungeon, and you're able to be so much tougher than you were, and that's the gist of the game. And then you go down, it's just deeper and deeper down the dungeon you go, and then eventually you get to the final boss, which is at the very bottom. And I don't even remember how many levels were in the original Wizardry, but it was a very fun game. And then, of course, Wizardry would throw stuff at you. Like, there'd be these really tough guys to kill. There'd be these guys that would party wipe you. There would be teleporters, so you never knew exactly where you were if you fully explored a dungeon or level or not, because you'd get all kinds of things that would try to disorient you. This game has all of that, and so it's very old school in that kind of way. The number one thing everybody points out is this is the graphics. What you see here is the graphics. The dungeon doesn't get any more pretty than this, and that really is a turnoff to a lot of people. And it could be a turnoff for you, and there's really nothing wrong with that. I mean, this is just about personal preference. So I will hurry up and get into like. So you can see here that you can have a party of four. But my biggest gripe of the game is that it has no character class or race in this game, and these four characters could just be called A, B, C, and D, and they make no difference. There is no wizard, there is no cleric, there is no fighter or barbarian. They can all equip the same weapons, the same gear. It's it's very disappointing, if you ask me. I actually enjoy that aspect of the game, and this doesn't have it. What they do is they have there's just a few attributes every character has. You have a hit point, which of course you go to zero, you get knocked out. This is how fast they attack, that speed of 70. And then there's a physical shield, a magical shield, and I know it says defense, but they act like shields. Your hit points don't go down until these get depleted. And then there's proficiency points, and like every one of these things that you see equipped, the gun, this spell called Maleflexaire, every one of these things costs a certain number of PP points. So if you take a level 1 character, you can't give them the most badass gun in the game because the amount of proficiency points needed to use it is just too high. So you want this number to be as high as possible. And then these little symbols here just tells you what the gun does. So it does take a little bit of interpreting, but this, for example, means that it's going to hit every target. And then this here means it's a ranged attack. So that means you can hit units that are flying. This means it's a guarantee damage. So if it says it does 1600 damage, it'll do 1600 damage. No, I apologize. This is where you would figure that out. This is random, meaning that if this does 1600 damage, it's random up to 1600. So she has two random weapon attacks. I'm trying to remember what that is, but let me see. There's a way to figure that out. If we look at like the bastard sword, you can see here over to the right. That's a fixed damage. Physical, there we go. Physical versus magical. That's what that meant. And then it's melee versus ranged. And then single versus multiple. And like, here you go. This is a random, magical, ranged, multi. So this is like the exact opposite of that. And so everything has those attributes. Um, it's a little disappointing in that regard. Now, the dungeon itself is as simple as I walk around and I'm filling in tiles. And you might be like, well, why are you filling in tiles? Well, every tile I fill in moves me towards, this number goes towards 0, which gives me an ability point. And you have like these abilities, which your party, you get to pick which ones you want to activate, and you have a certain number of points. And if you completely explore a dungeon, you get 3 points. And then, of course, as that little timer goes down to 0, then you get 1 point, and then it just keeps resetting, and then, get more and more points that way. These abilities are really, really good. Like, you want these abilities to help you in the game. So, I can't, you don't want to ignore it, is what I'm trying to say. And this game has a lot of puzzles in it, and a lot of these abilities are helping you to resolve the puzzle. So, for example, there are all these events, and you actually have math riddles. I kid you not. I mean, there was one where you had to identify, like, and I guess I'm spoiling it, but I don't care. I mean, don't watch this video or hit pause if you don't want to hear it. But, it was all prime numbers. And you had to figure out, like, what the next prime number in the sequence was. So, and then when you do, it gives you the location. You can see I solved 3 math riddles so far. And these are the locations that they're at. So if you want to, screenshot this, go for it. There's the first 3 math location riddles. And then here's the map riddles for the first 3. I haven't found any more. And then the game has, like, I have these little abilities here. So, for example, I can go down a floor. Even if I've never explored it, if there's a tile below me that I can go to, this lesser extension will let me do it. And then there's also this concept of if I go to wanderer tracking, I'm 27 tiles away from the nearest wanderer. And so if I keep going, so you can see here, I was getting, like, it's getting really close, right? So you would think, oh my gosh, you're close. Nope. I'm 8 tiles away, and then that actually became 7 and 6, but then there's no more. So what's the reasoning? Well, the 6 tiles could be below me. So I can do, like, lesser ascension here. I actually want to go descension, so this will let me go down a level. So let's try it. There is no tile directly below me. But if I did have one, I could probably get, close to something. But let's try. I thought for sure there was something over here that I wanted to try out. But that's the issue. And now these black numbers are going to be battles. And, yeah, let's go ahead and do a battle. Alright, so this is their speed. He has 65 speed. We have 70, 80, 73. So we're a little faster than him, which means that this blue bar is going to fill up a little quicker for us than it does for him. So what happened is Ilbertha here, her bar filled up, so she's getting to make an attack. I have 2 shields and hit points. He's got shields and hit points as well. These are my 2 weapons I can attack with. Or I can use one of those abilities I was telling you I have. And, like, unappetizing, I think, makes it so, they don't want to eat us. So anyways, if I come back over here and I'll go ahead and do partisan and flail and the gun. So I didn't do a lot of damage. And I'm actually getting a lot of bad luck. Because a couple of these weapons used random, which is what this symbol is. This Claymore, though, it does 1200 damage straight up. And so I'm going to do 1200 damage to him. But all it's going to do is deplete his shield. Any extra damage does not go to the hit points. But now, I'm going to hit his hit points if I do a physical attack, which is this one. If I do a magical attack, it's going to go up against his magic shield. So I'm going to do this one, but this one has random. So it could do up to 1400 damage. But it only did 38. So that's like awful. And then this one will do 400 all the time. And this one will do random up to 1000. And there we go. I got 631. Experience points, gold. And that's it. That's a battle. So some of you might be thinking, this game sucks. And that's the thing. Not every game is gonna. This game isn't gonna appeal to everybody. So this 27. See, I was saying I'm getting a little bit close to somebody again. Actually, now the white ones are good events. And what I did was I found notes about the Chimera. And so here I got it to 16. And that's some of the puzzle. Is everything in this game is 3-dimensionals. So now this looks like these are like you're unable to get there, but there's several ways to get there. One of them is I have this what the heck? Did I shut it off? Oh, shift is what I'm looking for. What's it? Oh, Fiend Shuffle is the other one. Okay, yeah. I was confusing the two. Shift. So here I got 6 uses of the shift. So if I hit J, I get to jump. So I'm going to go ahead and jump to here. And then that's a hidden passageway. So it's not often that you run into hidden passageways, but in this particular case I did. And then that would be so I could go down. But I'm going to go ahead and finish exploring the floor because I like to get the extra ability points that go with that. And then if I move this back over to Wanderer Tracking. Now what does Wanderer Tracking mean? I didn't go into this. But this is like all the characters I can choose from. These are all at level 0, or floor 0, which means they're in my adventurer school or whatever. So you start the game with these guys. We are at floor 25, and this is our YX coordinates. But you can see here, I abandoned this guy, Rodovich. He's sitting on floor 15. He's just chilling in the dungeon all by himself. And if I want to go pick him up, I gotta get rid of one of my guys. And then I can go pick him up and then take him to the 0 floor. It doesn't do me any good, to be quite honest, but he's there. He actually has some pretty good equipment. And if I want to go pick him up, I can. Now, the big thing is, and then here's another one that's sitting on level 22. Or floor 22 is probably the better way to word it. There's all these other guys that you see the word wandering. These are guys that you can find in the dungeon, but they're a mystery. So this is some of the puzzle solving aspect of the game. Some of them are KO'd, and then this guy, the dog here, is just lost. So which ones are where? No clue, to be honest. But that's where this Wanderer Tracking, it says I'm 37 tiles away from one of them. I don't know which one, but one of them is out there, and I'm 40 away, and you can do certain things to get closer and closer. But even if you're 16 away, like we were that one time, that's not very close. You need to get to like 3 or 4. before you get really excited. But yeah, so I move around. Now another thing, aspect of this game, is everything is in hexadecimal. And if you aren't familiar with hexadecimal, our numbering system goes from 0 to 9, and then when you go to 10, it would then become a 1 0, right? But a hexadecimal system, the numbering system goes to 16. So that you have 11, this would be 10. A stands for 1. B stands for 2. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then when you go to 16, this looks like a 10 to us, but this really means 16 in the hexadecimal system. So, what does all this mean? Well, the monsters, these are good events. The monsters also use the same numbering system. So, for example, if I were to do this battle up here, 3E, is going to have Horror Hands, Shark, or Killer Fungus. And I know this because I've discovered and done many battles or whatever. So I know those are the 3 types of monsters I'm going to go up against. If I come back over here, look at this 94. 94 is an extremely high number. And 94 is way down here. Obviously, it's got question marks. But the level of the monster at 94 is... they're going to party wipe me, is what I'm trying to get at. So the game throws stuff like this at you. Where if you're not paying attention to this number, you're going to get party wiped. And there's nothing I can do to beat that that level of monster right now. I don't have the right equipment, nothing. I'll end up going up against monsters that have like 20,000 shield strength. I mean, and then they'll one-shot me and completely wipe out all my shields in one hit. It's just not doable. Now, the white numbers are good, and so this is a spring that would cure poison. This one would resurrect, and this is never a bad one. That healed all my characters. And so, yeah, I'm running around, I'm exploring. You can see I have 449 until the next point, and then every time I hit a tile, that number goes down. And you spend a lot of your time walking around and doing exactly what I'm doing right here. Now, this 94 is a pain in the butt. I can't go past this. He's in my way. And so, up until this level, the only way you could fix this is I had to go up some stairs to a different level, because every time you re-enter a level, these monsters get randomized. But now they gave me this new ability called the Fiend Shuffle, so I'll go ahead and use that. And see, they all moved around. And now I can keep going. And then, of course, this one's here, so let's go ahead and fight him. Alright, so this particular battle has some interesting concepts. These two are flying, which means my physical attacks can only hit them if they have range. You gotta have range, which is what these are. This is range attack, both of these. And then these guys have no magical shields, and this guy has no physical shield. So I'm going to use my ranged gun attack, and it also hits all targets for 1,000 damage random. So let's go. Alright, so this partisan, it hits all targets for 400. However, it's melee. And these two up here are not melee, so I only hit the 3 on the bottom. Or I can just cast a spell, and that's what I'm going to do. They're going to go ahead and hit one of these guys. And then this one does a massive amount of damage, and it should kill this guy. This one is spell only. We're going to go ahead and... Alright, so my shields are gone. So they can do damage to me if they hit me again. Thankfully, they randomize who they attack. And I'm going to go ahead and do a gun attack again. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and do a magic Let's finish one of these guys off. Let's do another magic. I can finish him off, yes, if that's what you're thinking, but I need to worry about these guys a little bit more, so I'm going to go ahead and hit him. Get his shield down to 0. And then this Claymore is no good against these two, and it'll hit this guy for a lot of damage, 1200 in fact, but he has a shield. So what I want to do is I want to hit him with a spell that hits everybody, but it's random. Only did 95 damage. That wasn't very good. Alright, and then the gun is great, but there's still a shield on these two. So the gun will damage him, but these two will be okay. His shield's gone. Yep, I'm running out of... Oh no. Alright, this is a big magic attack. Yep, let's get his shields down. This one will hit everybody. So I got really, really lucky. His shield was at 0, but these both did magical attacks. And now his other shield's a 0. So I won't get lucky anymore. But these guys are near dead now. And so, with some bad luck, this battle may not have gone as well for me. Yeah, so now you're doing more exploring. And this may seem boring, or it may be fun. It all depends. I actually find this to be fun, but I usually watch TV while I play this game, because this isn't that much fun. I mean, you do have to watch the screen and pay attention. And then here I'm learning about the Scorpion. And yeah, there's something a little bit lethargic about running around and finishing up your map. When you get to the 20s, the map looks a lot more like this, which is, it's very erratic. I don't know if that's good or bad, or it definitely has a lot more back and forth on this one. In the lower levels, the maps were more, I don't know, more straight lines and not quite as windy. But I don't know what else to really say. I could do this for an hour, and this is all you're going to see me do, is wander around and do stuff like this. I could use that skill to make these guys move, but to be quite honest, you need to do battles, or otherwise you're going to get wiped because you're not leveling up quick enough. You got to always level up in this game. And even though the classes are boring, everything in this game is about having better equipment, and you need proficiency points to be able to yield all the high equipment. So man, my magic. Okay, this is a massive amount of magic damage, or it should be. Do I finish the shields or do I kill him? Oh, come on. He has 2 shield left. And all I'm going to do is damage him for that 2. This should finish him off. There you go, there's a level up. And it's just really simple. You go up one level, you gain hit points, and you gain proficiency points. That's it. There's no strength, there's no dexterity, none of that. So, I don't know. It's not my favorite game, but, I mean, if you've ever played this game, for me to get to level 25, I've put quite a few hours into this. And level 25, like, the game looks like it goes up to level 99, so I'm nowhere near where I need to be. Alright, so these guys are flying. They have no physical shield. These two have... Yeah, we'll do this. So I missed against these because that was a physical attack that was not ranged. But we're going to go ahead and kill the chair. Oh, this stinks. I need to do physical damage to these guys, but I don't have... Like, this guy... This attack is melee, so it won't hit these two. But I am going to go ahead and finish him off. So I'm able to hit these guys, it's just, their magic shield is still protecting them from my other characters. I'm missing, like, longbows and, you know, the ranged physical weapons. I don't have a lot of ranged physical weapons. And so a guy like this is extra tough for me because I have to use magic attacks against them, and of course they have really high magic shields. Oh my gosh. 1 health? Thank goodness that didn't backfire on me. And then here I found like an item. And I've been hoarding these, by the way. Excuse me. So I have 19 of these Mystery Compound A's, which gives me permanent hit points. I haven't used it yet because I'm still trying to figure out, like, are these going to be my 4 characters I'm going to carry with me to the end of the game? And, because there's these other characters that I have yet to find, and are they going to just be better once I find them? And if they are, I want to boost them. I don't want to boost a character that I'm not going to use anymore. And my experience so far is that finding these other characters has been a worthless exercise. Like, no, in the defense of the game, all 4 of these characters are characters that I found. So I'm not using any of the original 4 that I started with. So maybe I'm contradicting myself. But I am getting to a point where it's like, you know, are these guys really going to be better than these? And what I also find is, like, for example, this guy here on the 15th floor, you can see he's level 22. When I found these guys, they were like level 15. So I was level 22 when I found them. I just wrote down, like, what's his stats at level 22. And these guys, once they became level 22, they had better stats than him. So I kept them. Now, is it always that way? Like, will your game have these 4 characters have the best stats at level 22 or whatever? I don't know. And I've been trying to do some online research, and it seems like it's pretty random. Nobody has a definitive answer on get Albertha because she's the best character in the game. Like, no one's saying that. Um, it's been my experience so far that Cespear has been doing fantastic with 1,100 hit points and 78 proficiency points. This one, McCallie is about the same. This one's pretty close, Albertha. But McCallie is 2 levels lower and is the same. So you could argue is it a he, is it a she, I don't know. That they are doing better. And then Shunga here is doing okay, but is actually, falling behind. And if anything, this is who I would replace next if I found somebody better. The problem was Shunga was the best character back in the teens. She was the best one I had. Now she's the worst one I have. You see, like, that's the weirdness of this game. All right, so yes, you need to explore everything. It pays not to miss a tile, because if you do miss a tile, you don't get the 3 ability points. I think I'm doing good though. Like, this 3F here is blocking my path. So let's take him out. Oh. Okay, this one's going to be a bit of a battle. I think we're going to use a flail. That did not do it. Oh no. Okay, I think he was trying to eat me. Now, I do have a skill that makes me taste bad. So, I think that helped. But they show what kind of attack they're doing up here. I just wasn't looking. Okay, let's finish one of these suckers off. You. Yeah, that one wasn't good. And you can see he used an absorb skill. It bypassed, or it went after my physical shield. And look at my hit points. I'm almost dead. So I'm going to go ahead and restore. I'm running out of shields on all my guys. This can kill anybody I want, and we're going to go ahead and kill him. Alright, let's kill somebody. No. So I had a weapon that did random damage, and it was very poor. There we go. And done. So that battle was a little tough. And then this McCallie guy, look, just going bonkers. I'm up to 81 now. So I actually just need more equipment. Now, what if I wanted to go to town to buy more equipment? I literally have to walk all the way back up to floor 0. Now, there are some teleporters in the game that I can use to teleport back up. But I would have to, I think, walk at least to level 19. Or maybe 20. I don't remember which one. And then there's a teleporter that goes back up to level 0. Excuse me. I think there's a teleporter at every 9th level. Because I found one at level 9. Another one at level 19. But to go up 5 floors just to find that teleporter, I'm walking through a map just as big as what you see here. And not very fun. And also, we're going to heal. Is there a way for me to get over? Or do I have to do that jump thing every time? I don't know if you remember, but I teleported across the dungeon. Which... now I'm back to where I was. And it looks like... see, there's like multiple ways to get there, right? I didn't have to fight some of those battles. I just walked around them. And what I'm trying to do is I need to finish off the dungeon. $76 damage is awful. See, that kind of battle, you just had to bear through it. I'm here all day, folks. Which one do I want to kill? You. Never trust chairs. Don't ever trust chairs, people. Alright. So there, I completed the little thing here, and then it reset back to 1,000. And there we go. I'm getting very close. So I'm going to shift again, save me some walking time. Turn on wonder tracking. Now here's the thing, I don't think I explored the whole level, have I? I'm at 99%. There's one tile missing. Uh-oh. What one tile did I not do? This is frustrating whenever this happens. I said I wasn't going to walk, and here I am walking. Usually these, when it's one tile, it's like some kind of connector tile between two areas. Or it was a place where there was like a really high level monster. So far I don't see it. Like, I already cleared those tiles, so I don't need to redo those. Right back to where I started. Looking for this one tile that I haven't done. It's very possible that the game has a tile somewhere that I can't see, and I have to teleport to it, which, that's never fun. Oh, come on. And if one of you saw it and you're screaming at the screen because I'm a blinded bat, I apologize. This particular map color is not very good for me. Yeah, let's go ahead and battle. Get that out of the way. Okay. Oh, where are you? Why am I not seeing this? Okay. Come on. Show yourself. I'm using ASDF to move around, by the way. And you could use your mouse too, but it's a lot more clunky. So my only guess is that there's some kind of hidden room somewhere. That's very annoying. It really bothers me that there's one more spot. So I just went up a floor, and now I'm going down a floor. Like, it's always possible that, you know, there could have been some kind of, like, secret puzzle, right? Oh, now I'm screwing up. There we go. There might be something here. You know, just looking for symmetry, right? I don't see any. And this is very annoying. Like, I don't want to go until I find this. And because I'm convinced that I'm just not looking in the right spot. But I could be very much looking in the right spot, and I'm just not. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. It could be the game's throwing some kind of wild card at me, like I said, but I believe I'm just being a goober and not noticing something that's obvious. I really and truly do. So yeah, do you find this to be fun? Now, this 94, I absolutely cannot go there, as I mentioned. So I gotta stay away from that. I don't see anything. And of course you might be wondering, like, why is this guy in your way? Well, because I went down a level and back up. So everything randomized. Yeah, they're doing all kinds of damage there. You don't want to mess around with that. Those chairs are nasty. That's not good. They keep picking on... Those bears keep picking on the same person. I mean, it's always nice getting the extra experience points. There's no doubt about that part. I am very frustrated that I can't find this last tile piece. That's preventing me from getting 3 points. So it is possible that, like, way off here on the edge of the map, there's some hidden room. Or like this, where you see the invisible spaces. I am a little frustrated that or, like I said, I'm blind as a bat, which is I'm not ever counting that out as a possibility. Come on. Alright, well, let's go down. Maybe there's something apparent down here. And what you'll find is, like, see, O2 means stairs that go up. If I find another O2 on the map somewhere, then that's your clue, right? And then all that time I just spent would have been wasted. So, and then, like, I don't want to miss stuff like this, but see, I was able to easily spot that. And yeah, explore, explore, explore. Got Mr. Bone Dragon. And this is what you do to get to 100%, right? You just crank out the map. These maps are getting larger, which is both annoying. I mean, it's neat, but at the same time it's annoying because it's hard to remember where you've been. And these zigzag so much that it makes it harder to know, like that was a spot I missed right there, right? Like, how easy was that to spot? I don't know. I found it. No problem. And then, you know, we started zigzagging and we're all the way down here. Meanwhile, looks like there was a path here that turns into a dead end. Except for the 42. And then it looks like it keeps going. Now, if I don't remember that I skipped this part, that could screw me later. And here you can see I'm all the way down. It just keeps going. Right, so that spot that I skipped way up above is becoming more and more detrimental. But what I was secretly hoping for is to see a 2 pop up somewhere. So far that has not been the case. Obviously that 2 is there, but that's the one we know about. Alright, let's finish this. I need new equipment because I'm clearly not doing enough damage to kill these guys. Yeah, so like if I can get to a shop, I don't know what causes new items in a shop to unlock, but it has something to do with either your level or the level of how deep you get into the dungeon. It's one of the two. And they usually go hand in hand, of course. But if I can get to a new shop, I think new stuff's going to be unlocked for me to purchase. my goodness. Oh no. No, that was her physical evasion that protected her there. No. We need to kill a few of these. You stink. And by the way, you can only do these resurrections and heals in combat. So if you wait until after combat, you can't do them. Or if you can, I haven't figured it out. It's really annoying that way. Boy, that just saved me right there. That was a good move, and this should be... Holy cow, that was a tough battle. And you can tell I'm leveling up a lot quicker, going up against these higher level guys. And yeah, I would love to go to town right now. I just don't know how to. And I'm going to use this. And I forgot to check for wanderers. Alright, I have no idea what 33 does for me, but let's go check it out. Oh, it's a map riddle. Okay, so map riddles look like this. And God only knows where that goes. And so what I do is I actually... Whoops. I take a screenshot of this. And then I'm going to go off screen here. And I store this on... I have an Excel document open where I write down like important locations, because I'm not going to remember like where somebody's located or anything. And so I actually paste the screenshot into my Excel document so I can come back and look at it anytime I want. Now there was somebody who, they basically revealed where all these locations are. I think it's not real easy to find if you Google search it, but it does exist. It's just, like I said, not very easy to find. And let's go back. And being on floor 26, I'm like 3 floors. I have to go down 3 floors to be able to teleport back to town. I have to go up 6 floors, 7 maybe, to be able to go to town that way. So it's not an easy proposition here. And then here you can see like the situations that would cause me to fail to finish the map. Yeah, let's try it. I'm winning, it's just not very easy. And I should consider maybe doing some magic damage instead. And I will. That's not good. I gotta switch back. Got one shield down. No, no, no. This is gonna stink. All that for 15 health. Needed it to be the other way around. The order. Yeah, it's getting a little hairy. Definitely a little hairy. So, like, see this 88? Look, there's not even a tile there. They're starting to do some really crazy stuff now with this that I haven't figured out. And that's, so, like, does that appeal to you? Well, that's up to you, right, to decide. But that's where the puzzle aspect of this game comes in. Like, why was there an 88 with no tile under it? You know, is that like a special secret room? And the game gives you no hints, so you gotta figure it out. This is not gonna be good. Shield's already gone. Yeah, not good, not good. Ay, ay, ay. I should have attacked the bear. I wasn't thinking. I got lucky. I got very lucky. I'm going to do 1200 damage. I can get rid of his shield. I won't even get rid of his. Get rid of his shield or kill him. Those are my choices. I do not think I can kill these three, because I have to get rid of their shield and then get rid of their hit points before they finish. They're all going to get to attack me, so I might as well just kill what I can. Yep, that's not good. Do I resurrect her, or do I don't have a lot left. The partisan does 400 damage to all three. I'm going to do that. Get rid of their shields. Then the gun will only do about 500 damage. I'm going to heal myself. Then let's hope this kills one of them. I could have... Yep, there's dead. Two more dead. You see how bad it got? I'm going to get party wiped, and I'm getting very angry about this. This is not good. Yeah, that was a waste. Total waste. I'm not going to win. Oh, man. Well, I didn't want to show you how a party wipe worked, but here I am. I'm back at the level 0. And I literally have to crawl 23 levels down to go rescue them. And I have to do it twice. This is the most annoying part of the game. Why do I have to do it twice? Because there's 4 characters down there. And they're KO'd. So you have to pick them up and then take them to a resurrection shrine before they can join your party. Well, okay, I gotta bring somebody down there. So, in order to go get Shunga, I have to bring at least one character. So I think that's what Eva, like I get this Nangapar guy, right? So this level 22 can walk all the way down there. But once he gets there, I only have room to pick up 3 of the guys. So I have to pick up 3, resurrect them, take this guy back to the level 0 town, drop him off, then go all the way back down to level 29 again, pick up the 4th guy, go resurrect them, and then do it all over again. You see, that's... if I am going to quit playing this game, it's because I am completely exhausted from the prospect of doing this. I told you I wanted to go to town, but not this kind of way. Now, one thing I can do is I can at least see what's in the town. Like I told you that they might have new items. So, for example, they do. The Claymore, although I do own one. Right here, the Scorpius Bow. So there's a bow that now does 1100 damage. I had one that did 550, but it stunk. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and buy that. And now I can hit those flying guys a little bit better. So there are new things showing up. Let's try the Skeleton's Defense. Whoops. I don't know what happened there. I must have hit equip. Alright, so... it's saying that I'm not holding any of these. I think it's because they're equipped. But I'm pretty sure I have the Galea. The chainmail's new. So I'm going to go ahead and buy 2 of those. Give me some extra physical defense. And then this is the big one. Do I have better spells? The Malio 4 does a lot of damage. 710 to 1 individual. This does 720 to everybody. So it's pretty much just as good, if not better. And then these Malefluxes, this one does 2000 damage, but it's random. Although a Maleflux 5 is good. I may want to buy one of those. I got a lot of money, let's do it. And this is the one I've been waiting for, the Maleflux Air 3. I've been using 2s. I know I at least have 2 of those. So I'm going to buy 2. So yeah, part of the reason I lost that battle is I needed to come back to town and equip. Because there's better stuff here. I do have some tricorns equipped. The double-breasted coat. So you can wear a chainmail, or you could wear, which gives you some defense, or you can wear this type of stuff, which is also defense, but these ones give you a little bit more speed. I'll buy 1. A lot of these items will drop in the dungeon, so you don't have to buy them all the time. But, like, then these are really hard. Like, this gives you 20 physical evasion, and you saw that one character was evading sometimes. And then, of course, this gives you magical evasion. I never know when the right way is to use those. And that's it. And yeah, so what I'm looking for... First of all, I want to do this. Refresh my abilities. I need to go to a 5, which is a resurrection sign. And then a 6 to heal all my guys. That's what I got to do. So I got to take this level 22 guy. And then these are what I meant. They unlocked for me. So this goes to level 9. And this goes to level 19, I believe. So I'm going to go ahead and initiate it. So I at least skipped 19. But I think I was on, what, floor 27, 28? I got to walk the rest of the way. And it is annoying. Now, the good news here is this is a short walk. So now I'm at 20. And you can see I moved to the different type of map. But like these monsters, way too tough for me. Way too tough. So I'm walking around and hoping that I don't have to fight any. And see that I'm being blocked. So I got a couple choices. I can try to go down using... I have this Lesser Dissension, which will let me go down a level. but only if I can find a tile that's above a lower level. Doesn't happen. I find that sometimes when you go to where permanent items are, like that, it might work, but it didn't. So that didn't work. So my other option is I have to go down and back. Or I went up and then back down. And then see, look, the monsters moved. And so now I have a clearer path. As long as I don't need to go through these two, I should be okay. And now I'm blocked here. And I'm blocked here, and I'm blocked there. And yeah, I'm stuck again. So I can do it again, where I go down and back up. I do have that one other skill, but I have limited uses for it. And I got to go through another 10 levels of this, so I don't want to use that skill right away. And there I am, blocked again. Jesus Louises. Again. I'm showing you this, folks, because I want you to see whether or not this game's right for you. Because this even annoys me, and I'm not even sure this game's right for me sometimes. I find this to be extremely frustrating. And now, here's the other thing. Like, okay, I could try to descend again, which I can't. Or I can do a fiend shuffle, which will move these around. Or I can do a shift. So I just skipped over that monster. I mean, there's things available, so you don't have to do the down and up thing. And these two things that I'm showing you, so you don't have to do the down and up, I just unlocked those. That's not something you get to do most of the game. So I can shift again. But what I'm going to do this time is the Fiend Shuffle. Seeing that moved everything, and then boom, I can get down to the next level. So I'm on floor 21. There's at least one of my resurrection shrines I'm looking for. That let me refresh. So that jump and that Fiend Shuffle I used, I just got to recharge them. So that's good to know. Like, maybe that's even worth writing in your notes that, you know, you can go hog wild for a bit. And then, now, if you could ever get to descend, that would be quite awesome. But I usually don't get that lucky. Alright, let's see. I'm making good progress. I don't even know where the next level floor is. There it is. It's up. And there we go. I got to get past two monsters here. So let's do a shuffle. And look at that. They made it even worse. Yeah, having just one character, I'm not going to be able to take on a 35 type of enemy. Just not going to happen. So I can do these little tricks, but I'm going to eventually run out. Unless, of course, I find another recharge, which is always possible. In fact, there's one right there, a recharge. But the only way to get there is to use a shift. That's what's crazy about it. But I at least had one, so I could recharge. Make sure I'm full health, just in case. So yeah, I gotta use a shift to get out of here. And I don't know where the floor is. There it is. So I need to go through this 37. And again, don't know where I'm going. I'm just trying to look. Right there. This one's not so bad. Alright, I'm down to 24. And you may be saying, okay, well, how do you find your party? It does show you. They're at 26, 60, 55. So I have the exact coordinates. I have to go 2 more levels. And as I said, these are all baddies that I have no ability to defeat. What's a 4 again? Adventure's Rest. So I would recharge my abilities. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Alright, so by using that, I go here. And now all my abilities got recharged. So I think that was worth it. And it allows me to move on. I'm really happy that they at least put enough of those recharges in the dungeon. This is the first time I've ever died since I hit level 20. I did have a good run going here. And I'm just trying to see. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I gotta go through that monster over there, don't I? So this guy's in my way. And I'm gonna shift. There's where I need to go. I'm gonna have to shuffle now. Alright, so now I'm on floor 25. And this is the floor we were spending all that time on because I was missing one tile piece. So I know there was multiple ways to get over there. There's the resurrection right there. This is where I need to go. So I don't have that far to go once I find the party. Yeah, that doesn't let me do anything. Those 94s, even if I had a full party, I can't take those on. Thankfully, the game gives you alternative ways to get around sometimes. Now, we saw on the map that there was like an 88, like right here, like one floor above. I don't know, I'm still trying to solve that other puzzle, right, of where that last tile piece is. Which is not shouldn't be my focus at the moment, but I can't help it. Alright, and I think I can walk this entire way. Alright, I'm here. Okay, so I need to get to 60, 55. And the way it works is like, this is 30, 62, right? 62, 60. So I need to go left. And then the number, I need to go down. Left and down. And of course I'm going up first. I can do this, but I can't get out if I do. I'm going to go to. Alright, so while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and just gobble these up Pac-Man style. Because I know there's no monsters here. And it just saves me time later in the game. Alright, now I gotta go back to the business of finding them. Alright, so I totally forgot. I have bad memory. We're going to 60-55. So I need to go down. So it's straight down from here is where I need to go. So of course I have to go way to the left to be able to go to the right. And we got the same problem again. I only have 4 more shifts. I'll use one. There's 60, 55, and it's pretty obvious because it's the last tile we were at. So now if I go to composition, you can see I can pick her up, right? But I need somebody who's not unconscious to stay in the party. And then I can grab McCallie and Ibertha, and then Shunga I have to leave behind. I'm not kidding. I have to do this multiple times now. And yes, I'm being a Pac-Man just for the sake of being Pac-Man. Since there's no monsters here, I'm taking advantage of that. Well, there you go. I got an achievement for that. Alright, I gotta somehow... Oh, we got another ability point. I gotta somehow make it back to the entrance, and that's the part that is a little hard. Because remember, I had to do some jumping to do this, so... This isn't helping me. Although I do want to see what this 88 does. So there it is. So I went... So it was a tile that wasn't even on the board. When a party member is weary, the damage they deal will be increased. I think weary just means you have damage. And yeah, it's a secret room. See, it's like a tiny square. So that missing tile from the previous floor is probably just some secret room like this. And this is like Zelda, where you have to go try to burn every single bush in the game because you don't know which one's going to have something and which one's not. I mean, there's some fun to that, but it's... I don't know. It's one of those games where it's rewarding once you figure it out, but it's very frustrating. Okay, so nothing's working. I'm going to have to shift. And of course I'm heading for that 2. I would have to shift again. And now I'm looking for that resurrection. Which I thought was over here. Was I wrong? I would swear it was here. I need to find a 4. That's for sure, certain. There it is. They're right there. How did I miss that? Always so frustrating. After finding that hidden room, I keep searching for hidden rooms now as I'm walking around here. So my apologies, I'm sort of being a turd that way. Do I really have to use shift? No, I don't. And I don't want to use my last one. Although I should have checked. Was there a 4 there? I don't think there is. So I want to use... Fiend Shuffle. Okay, so now... Well, hold on, let me show you. everybody's KO'd. So now they're resurrected, but they have really low health. And then, of course, you just go here to... Now they're at full health. So I have like two choices. I can leave one of my guys here, which doesn't do me any good, because if I leave him here, that doesn't make it easy to come back and get him. Because once I get to level 29 and find that teleporter, I'm going to skip all the levels and jump straight to 29 from here on out. And so leaving a guy on 25 is not a smart thing to do. So the right thing to do is I have to go all the way up to level 0 to drop him off. And that's painful. But you just saw that those are my only two choices. Because I still need to go rescue the fourth guy who's KO'd, and then come back here to un-KO them. Or I could go into a battle that I think might be easy, and then try to use my skills to resurrect them that way. Like, that's possible too. So for example, I have these abilities to resurrect. Look, I'm clicking on it. It's not like I get to use it. That's what I'm trying to get at. You have to use them only during... So there's no option to use your abilities. I couldn't like un-KO those guys or heal them without going back to one of these shrines. So if I do quit this game, which I'm teetering on it all the time, it's because this is very annoying. I don't enjoy this aspect of the game at all. I mean, it's definitely old school. I remember the games back in the 90s that I played had this kind of mechanic in it all the time. And I don't fondly look back at them and say, boy, I wish I had games that had that mechanic again. I don't. Of course those games had that mechanic, but it's because designers have evolved and gotten better. To me, this is what ruins this game for me, or it will be the game ruiner. Unless they somehow give me a teleportation ability, I'm not very happy with this aspect. And you just saw how painful that was, and you know, I probably spent 20 minutes of this video doing nothing but trying to recover my party, and I'm only halfway done, right? I got 3 of my members back up. That's great. Now I got to figure out what to do with this fourth guy, so I can go get my 4th member and then resurrect him. And yeah, I won't put you through all that. I think you got a gist of the game. And anyways, thanks for watching, and as always, stay awesome.